and again. So excited to cook with you today. Let me just get the recipe page so we can get all our friends together. Because you know, cooking is always funner with friends, right? Life is a journey. Journeys, road trips are always funner with friends. And yes, funner is a new word. It's probably in some kind of dictionary somewhere. The Natalie Dictionary of Wrong Words. Oh my goodness, I cannot spell cooking. Okay, let's get cooking. Here we go. Yes, so we're going to make some fun new things. This is like my new favorite lunch right now. It's really fun. I had gotten some, like just a package of the turkey meat at my local store, and I made sure there wasn't like sugar in the first 3 ingredients. And then I'm like, let's see how many things we can make with turkey. And I did. So this was one of my favorites. It was really good. Oh, Harvetta, hello. Annette, I've been looking forward to seeing you all week. Me too, Annette. Me too. I've missed all of you. It's hard to wait a 1 whole week in between. Can't we just cook every day, lunch together? That would be fabulous. All right, so we got our recipe page up. Let me just set this down. Is there such thing as too much counter space? I don't think so. Okay, so we're going to dig in and start cooking. Let's make the brand new recipe first, because this one makes with a egg waffle as like the bread of the sandwich. This is the one in the picture of the Let's Get Cooking Live, and then it's the picture of like this waffle sandwich. Cindy's waving. Hello, Cindy, on the recipe page. Megan, hi from Toronto. Welcome in Canada. So fun having Canadian neighbors join. So I just have a Belgian, a waffle maker, the one with the deep pockets. I have one of these. You could use like a little mini Dash waffle maker. I know all of you have gotten on the chaffle. You say tomato and I say tomato. The chaffle train, which is so fun. Thank you, Nicole, for starting that. Oh, I really like waffles. Aunt Patty, hello. So I don't actually have a mini waffle maker because I'm not that patient to wait like 3 times to make waffles. So I have big waffle makers. So this is just a Belgian waffle maker. And then I have a couple other waffle makers. So you can use whatever waffle maker works for you. So I'm going to plug this in, get it heating, get it nice and toasty, because always for nonstick waffles, you want to make sure it's nice and hot before you add anything in there. So then we are going to take 1 egg, and I always weigh my eggs, but this one was like the biggest egg in the carton, which is always so fun. Rebecca, hi from Grand Blanc, Michigan. I'm making it up pronouncing this, but yes, welcome from Michigan. Michigan's close to Minnesota. We both start with M's. We are like twinsies. Love it. Thank you for joining. So we are going to start with 1 egg, and I'm going to measure my egg because you never know how much they weigh. 1 egg should come out to 2 ounces, and that would be half of a protein. So we're going to start, just crack 1 egg into my little cup here, and this one came out to 2 ounces. Perfect. Let me grab a napkin. You can't have eggs on your fingers and cook at the same time. It just doesn't work. So whenever I make like just an egg waffle, there's no cheese in this. This is just egg, which is fabulous. It gets like crispy and it does not taste like egg. Rebecca, exactly right. Yay, I pronounced it right. Thank you, Rebecca. So I'm going to add some spices to my egg to make it taste good. Let's see, what did I use this time? I have a seasoning mixture that's like my family favorite because it's not spicy, but yet it gives really good flavor. So it's pretty much just equal parts. Oops. We turn the sound down. Oh, resume. Oh, sorry about that. Okay. Had my sound on, then I push buttons. Anyways, so this is like one of my family favorite seasonings. I like to put it on everything, roasted veggies, anything. So it's pretty much just equal parts onion powder, garlic powder, paprika, parsley, and basil, and then garlic salt, but don't do equal parts garlic salt. That'll be really too salty. I do about maybe 1/2 to 1/4 of a garlic salt compared to everything else. So I do like a tablespoon of each, then you just mix it up and it's good. So I'm going to do about a teaspoon in my eggs. I won't measure it, but I will just for you. So we're going to do a teaspoon. you can't really have enough or too much seasonings in with an egg waffle, because when you cook it, the flavor kind of dissipates. So I'm going to take a fork and whisk this. Forgot to grab it. When cooking, forks are like my favorite thing to mix and mash and do everything with. But that fork is dirty. Clean fork. Megan, Natalie, you look particularly lovely today with your hair up. Thank you, Megan. You are so sweet. Amy, hi. This is your friend Amy. Hi, Amy. Oh, thank you. That is so sweet. I thought, you know what? My hair today, it needed a timeout. But that's okay. Because I just pretend I did it because I wanted to. But thank you. Okay, so we're whisking just an egg and our seasonings. You can add different kinds of seasonings. I make like a chipotle spice blend, and that's really good in this because it gives it just a little bit of spice. Patty, I agree. Like your hair up. Oh, thank you. Sean, your hair today is so beautiful. I need to wear my hair up more often. You girls are so sweet. Thanks. If you ever feel down about yourself, just do a live video with all y'all, and your guys are so sweet. All right, so my waffle maker is nice and hot. You can tell because it's smoking just a little bit. It looks, egg waffles don't stick as much as like if you're making a waffle. So I'm not gonna, I will oil this because you know what's gonna happen? The one time I'm like, oh, you don't need to oil it, then it'll stick and it'll just ruin everything. So let me just grab some oil really quick. Wrong cupboard. Dropping things. Testing gravity. Okay, I'm just going to lightly spritz this. You don't need much with an egg waffle. Annette, your hair in a timeout looks fancy. My hair in a timeout looks like a toddler having a tantrum. Oh, this is like third try, so I understand, Annette. Sometimes the hair just will not comply. You gotta teach it who's boss. So I'm just gonna pour my egg right in the waffle maker. Make sure we get all the yummy seasonings. Now, another fun thing I like to do is if you have the everything but the bagel seasoning, just give that a little sprinkle before you close it. But this time I'm not going to do that. So then my egg went perfectly in my waffle maker. If there were spots where the egg didn't go, you can kind of tilt the waffle maker. Make sure you don't burn yourself to just kind of give it evenly in there. Close it. Don't touch it. Let it cook. And then while that's cooking, you do the rest of your ingredients. We're going to make like a creamy sauce to go inside. So let's start making that. I'm going to grab a bowl here. Now this is a ricotta, like a spiced ricotta topping on it. It's so good. When I was eating this, I'm like, yes, this is heaven. I could eat this every day. So whole milk ricotta cheese can count as your fat portion, or it can be protein. So whole milk ricotta cheese could be 2 ounces for a full fat, or 4 ounces for a full protein. And in this one, we're going to do 1 ounce of ricotta cheese, which would be 1/4 of our protein. And so this egg waffle, I always weigh the egg waffle after I cook it because it usually, 1 egg, which is about 2 ounces, usually cooks down to 1 ounce, which is 1/4 of your protein. I don't know what it does in there. It does magical things. It's kind of like a butterfly. It turns to goop, and then you get a beautiful butterfly. That's what happens with 1 egg in a waffle maker. It turns into like this light, bready, just deliciousness, and it usually comes out to 1 ounce. So that's 1/4 of our protein. Harvetta, is this your meal today or tomorrow? So I already had lunch, and I already had breakfast, so I could technically have this for dinner if I wanted to, but I think this will be my lunch for tomorrow, and then the next turkey sandwich thing we'll make will be my lunch for the next day. So it's kind of fun. It's kind of like meal prepping, which is pretty easy. So we're going to do 1 ounce of ricotta cheese. One thing about the egg waffles is they don't stay too crispy when you leave them too long. So that's why I'm probably going to have the egg waffle turkey sandwich first, so it doesn't get like super soggy. Nobody likes soggy waffles. Then we are going to add some more seasonings. Just making sure. Okay, so we're going to do a pinch of sea salt. My favorite is pink Himalayan sea salt, but regular sea salt works also. It's great for electrolytes. Then we're going to do just a pinch of onion powder. I just get my seasonings in bulk at my local health food store, but you can get them like in the normal size seasonings. So just like a little pinch, not too much. I would say about an 1/8 teaspoon of each of these. Then we're going to do garlic salt. I didn't grab garlic salt, but we put salt in it, so I'll just use a little bit of garlic powder. It's about the same thing. Just a pinch of that. Then we'll do some dill. This gives it like that ranch seasoning flavor. So it's kind of going to be like a creamy ranch seasoning on our egg waffle. Now I would do maybe a double the amount of dill compared to everything else. So I'm going to do about a 1/4 teaspoon of dill. I really like dill. It's so delicious, especially in things. It gives it that like pickly flavor. Then we're going to do a pinch of pepper. And then a pinch of thyme. You could skip the thyme, use a little bit. It just gives it a really sweet flavor. Not like sweet, but like a yummy flavor. Then we're going to mix all this up. So we have our delicious dilly topping. And it should look like a really thick ranch. So this is what it should look like. You can really tip it because it's pretty thick ricotta cheese. Is Harvetta. So does it stay crisp that long? I would probably, if I were going to make this, I would probably make the egg waffle the day of, because when you do refrigerate it, it does get a little bit more of a softer texture. It'll still be yummy, but I wouldn't leave it in the fridge for a couple days. You could cook it and then maybe put it in the air fryer or even a toaster if you're doing the little mini ones, because that'll kind of bring back the toastiness and like the crispiness to it. But they would get soggy. Marie, what is this recipe called? This is called a turkey guaffle sandwich. I made up the word guaffle, it's kind of like chaffle, but this is just an egg waffle. No cheese involved, so it's a guaffle. Harvetta, okay, thanks. You're welcome. All right, so we have that. So we're going to let this cook a little bit longer. While that's cooking, then you can kind of chop your vegetables, whatever you want on top. So we're going to do some onion. I have some spring mix here. You could do spinach. You could do cucumbers, whatever is your favorite toppings on a sandwich. Just going to do a little bit of onion. You could do some romaine lettuce slices. Those are really delicious. I have some colored bell peppers here. Give them a quick dip in my vinegar water just to wash them off. Always wash your vegetables. You never know what they get on them at the store. Can be nasty. We're making about 2 sandwiches here, so I'm going to do 2 big old slices of pepper. So then they'll kind of stay on my sandwich and not fall off. And let's do one more thing of onion. I really like onion. There's something about it. It's just really yummy. It adds just some fun flavors to sandwiches and salads and those kinds of things. All right, so we're going to let our egg waffle cook a little bit longer. So while that one's cooking, I'm going to show you how to make the other turkey sandwich that's in my Volume 1 cookbook, or it's in Cooking with Joy. In Cooking with Joy, it's page 156. In Volume 1, I'm not sure what page it's on, but it's in there in the lunch section. Amy, why no cheese on the sandwich? Well, there will be cheese on the sandwich, just not in the egg waffle. Nicole, hey Natalie, you look so elegant with your hair up. Oh my goodness, you guys are just so sweet. Thank you, Nicole. Harvetta, raw peppers and hummus is my go-to dinner. You eat it 3 times a week. Ooh, yes. Raw peppers and hummus, carrots and hummus, celery and hummus. I kind of think that I used to hate celery growing up, but I kind of think celery and hummus is like my favorite combo, or like my favorite veggie to dip in hummus. There's just something about just that really watery with the creamy. Oh, but yes, raw peppers are so good too. it's funny how our tastes have changed. I know Kelly, her growing up, and even still being an adult, me too, I did not like peppers, raw peppers, or raw onions. I didn't like that crunch. I didn't like the flavor. And now, both of us, Kelly's kind of growing into the onion thing, but both of us really like peppers. They're just so good. The flavor's so good. And now I think I could almost eat an onion like an apple. I probably wouldn't. It would make me cry. But that stuff is just so good. They say your taste buds change every 2 weeks. So try something new. Maybe you don't like a vegetable this week. Try it again in about 2 weeks. Your taste might change. I used to hate tomatoes. I like tomatoes now. So test it out. It's really fun. And then when you're not like ruining your taste buds with sugar and flour, everything tastes really good. And I think our waffle's about done. So I'm going to grab a plate and I'm going to show you, we're going to weigh our waffle. I always like to weigh my waffle because sometimes, depending on how long you leave it in there, sometimes it weighs different. So I'm going to zero this scale. And you can tell that the waffle's done because there's no steam coming out the sides and it's been about 7 to 10 minutes. I like to cook it really long because I want it nice and crisp. And you can tell, you could do the poke test, or if you open the waffle maker and the waffle kind of like shrivels, it's not done yet. Let it cook a little longer. Oh, it's perfect. It's nice and stiff, nice and hard. It should be perfect. So I'm going to unplug this. So then I like to break it into 4, or if I almost dropped it, I caught it. If you're doing the mini little chaffle waffles, just the little mini dash ones, you could make that into 4. Do a 1/4 of an egg in each waffle setting, or just do half and half and make one nice, beautiful sandwich. But this Belgian waffle maker kind of scores it into 4, which is perfect because I want 2 sandwiches. So now we get to load our sandwich. And it came out to exactly 1 ounce, which is a 1/4 of our protein with crispy egg waffle. So fun. And if you're a quantities person, I'm a quantities person, this is like really awesome because this is a 1/4 of your protein, so you get more stuff. Okay, so I'm going to take, these are like the biggest ones, so I'm going to take these for my base. And we are going to top it with, let's start with our turkey meat. I just got this at my local Walmart. I looked at some of the ingredients because I try to get foods with like the least amount of ingredients anyways, but then you really want to make sure there's no sugar and flour in the first 3. And this one had like the least amount of stuff in it. So it's just turkey breast, turkey broth, and then contains less than 2% of salt, sugar, but it's less than 3 ingredients, vinegar, sodium, phosphate, and something natural flavor. So this was probably the best one I could find at my local Walmart. You might be able to find one better at your local stores. So this is brand new package. This is just oven roasted turkey breast. You could do other kinds of meats. You could do like a ham if you can find one sugar-free. Just any kind of deli meat that's your favorite. If I can get this open. They make these child-proof. Okay. Another good one is like roast beef, or I think it's called roast beef. But yeah, you could use your favorite. You could do like turkey pepperonis if you want. You could do just nice freshly baked chicken. That would be delicious, or like a grilled chicken. So we're going to do 2 ounces. Just make sure. Yeah, we're going to do 2 ounces, so 1 ounce on each little sandwich here. Let's see, I don't want to break all my turkey. Oh my goodness, what side do you grab this from? Here we go. So I'm guessing it's going to be about 2 slices. Oh, it'll be a little bit more than 2 slices because 1 slice is 1.8. Ooh, 1.5. So let's do a little bit on each one. 1.9. Oh, still 1.9. There we go. 2 ounces. Perfect. So it was about 2.5 slices of turkey meat, depending on how thick or thin your turkey is. So we have that. So now let's top it with our ricotta mixture. Then we'll put our vegetables on top. Or you could do it vice versa, where you do vegetables, then your turkey, then your ricotta, or whichever way you want to layer it up. I just would not put the ricotta on the waffles because there are some holes in the waffles and it might fall through. So you kind of want a nice base before you put everything else on. So the turkey works perfect. So I'm going to grab a little spatula here. Here we go. Because we don't want any ricotta mixture left behind. And then we get 1 ounce of cheese also. So you could put your cheese down first if you want. So just kind of spread that on there. I know everybody likes to make and layer their sandwiches differently. We want to get every little ounce of ricotta. No ricotta left behind. Perfect. Then we're going to do 1 ounce of cheese. I just got some sliced pepper jack cheese. You could do Swiss cheese, you could do brie cheese, you could do cheddar cheese, you could do your favorite cheese, you could do blue cheese. That stuff is good. I was just talking to some kids on our bus, and I was like, ooh, I like that stinky cheese. And they were like, ew, blue cheese. I used to hate blue cheese growing up too, but now the stinkier the better. Okay, so we're going to zero the scale, and we're going to do 1 ounce of cheese. Now, I found that these just sliced cheeses, that it's about a slice and a half. 1 slice is not exactly 1 ounce. So I like to break them into fourths and then just layer it on top. Peggy, is your ricotta just plain? I just started watching. It is just plain. I got this. I've been able to find it at my local Walmart, at my local Aldi's. I think this one's from Aldi's. It's just ricotta cheese. My favorite is to get the whole milk. This is made with part skim milk, but there's nothing, no sugar, no flour in it. So it's just ricotta cheese. You could do cottage cheese also. That would be delicious. So we want 1 ounce of pepper jack cheese. Perfect. So it was about a slice and a half. So now we're going to top it with our vegetables. Depending if you're having this for lunch or dinner, that would depend on how many vegetables. You could do no vegetables and just have them all on the side, or you could put vegetables on it, subtract it from other vegetables, or you could do all your vegetables on it. Now 14 ounces, that would probably be a little ridiculous sandwich. It'd probably be one of those giant ones. But 6 ounces, that's pretty reasonable. Mary, what are you making? I am making a We're making a turkey guaffle sandwich. So now I have my peppers here that we cut. So let's add those. Let's put the onions on first, because then they won't fly away. Oh no, my cheese fell off. So now I'm just going to do a total of 6 ounces of just vegetables. You could do cucumbers. You could do whatever your favorite veggies are. And then I'll show you how to make another turkey sandwich, but that's the egg waffle-less. So it's just a turkey sandwich. We're going to put this underneath our pepper slice also, because that makes a nice weight. Nothing to fly away. So this came out to 4.2, so you could even it out, make it an even 4, or keep adding to make it an even 6. And let's see, do we have everything on here? We have everything on here. We have our fourth of protein with the egg waffle. We have a fourth of protein with our ricotta cheese. Then we have an ounce of cheese, pepper jack cheese for our full fat. Then we have the turkey, 2 ounces turkey for our other half of a protein. And here is your beautiful sandwich, beautifully pick-upable. That's always kind of nice. Look at that. Woo, dropping some lettuce, but that's okay. Isn't that just beautiful? You just want to dig in, but this will be lunch tomorrow. You get all your yummy flavors all in one sandwich with this delicious, creamy ricotta. It's like a ranch ricotta mixture, just so good. When I ate this, I'm like, yes, a piece de resistance. Tandalin, my food scale is, it went away. Come back, Tandalin. My food scale is your food scale twin. Haha, it's pink too. Yay! It's so fun getting some fun colors. This is just the Escali Primo. It stays on for 4 minutes with the auto shut off, so that's really nice. While you're cooking, it'll stay on. Super lightweight. It has this raised edge, so it's easy to put a big plate and you can kind of scoot your plate back. It measures really fast. I just got it off of Amazon. the Escali Primo. Here's the name brand, Escali. And it does it in decimals, which is kind of nice. It is something to get used to if you've been using the OXO brand, which does it in like fourths and stuff, but I've really liked it. Vaughn joined late. What is in the egg waffle? It is a teaspoon of the seasoned fry mixture. That's just what I kind of call it because it kind of tastes like seasoned fries. So it's just equal parts garlic powder, onion powder, parsley, basil, paprika, and then just some garlic salt. Mix it up. Delicious. Put a teaspoon of that. You could do like some spices also, some spicy things. Cynthia, yum. Patty, wow, that's a lot. Yum. Yes, a lot is my favorite spice. Sweetie, hi Natalie, you were looking so gorgeous with your hair pulled up. Oh my goodness, you guys are so sweet. I must not wear my hair up like very often. You guys are so sweet, thank you. Mary, which recipe book and page? So this recipe is not in a cookbook yet, but this next one we're making is in volume 1, or Cooking with Joy. It is page 156 in Cooking with Joy. Volume 1, I have no clue. It's in the lunch section. And this was like the first turkey sandwich thing that I made, which was really good because it's volume 1. But I will be posting this recipe sometime tonight, depending on how the time goes. Dawn, wow, you just made my day. Genius! You should be so proud of what you do. Oh, Dawn, you're so sweet. Thank you. Well, I really like egg waffles, and I got some turkey, and I thought, hey, let's make a sandwich, and it's beautiful, and the ricotta mixture just like adds just so much to it, and it's like an easy ranch dressing on top. Then you don't really need to dip it in anything. You got all the flavors. Perfect. So yes, make a beautiful waffle sandwich. Now let's make the next one. No waffle maker necessary. This one is just super easy, super fast. You wouldn't even need vegetables. You could make it like a little roll up. You could make this so many different ways. Just kind of, and then you can switch it up. Maybe you want to put it on lettuce. Maybe you don't. It all depends on how you want to eat this. Because I've had this 2 different ways, and then my family made it, and they had it a couple different ways. So in the book, I originally made it that the meat was the bread, but then I thought, hey, let's use some romaine lettuce leaves as like the bread or the vehicle to get it in your mouth. But otherwise, turkey works perfectly for that also. So let's start with this one. And this one has a delicious creamy cream cheese spread on it. And oh, it is the bomb. So we are going to start with our meat. Let's not drop things. We're done testing gravity today. So we're going to add our plate to our scale. Move that. Can you see this? You can see this. I can see that you can see this. And what I like about this scale is I can push my plate way back and it's still super accurate, which is really nice. Harvetta, lol. You guys are so cute. So we are going to do 2 ounces turkey meat again. So I'm going to bring my turkey meat back. So it was about 2.5 slices. So let's just put 2 slices down and then we'll add to it. Or you could break these in half and do like 4 little sandwiches, but we're going to do 2.5. Now you want to lay these out nice and flat. If you're using this as your bread or the vehicle, we'll call it the vehicle. It's kind of fun. Patty, oh, he is drooling on the side. Oh boy, probably. I'm probably drooling too, just watching all this. So if I spit, I'm sorry. So this is 1.5 ounces. So we're going to keep adding to our meat. We'll just keep adding on top till it gets to 2 ounces. So it's like a little bit more than half a slice for the extra 2 ounces. There we go. Wipe the turkey slime off of my fingers. Then we are going to do our cheese. We're going to do 1 ounce of cheese again. So again, I'm going to use pepper jack. I do have some Swiss cheese slices. It's just kind of fun. Different cheeses, different flavors. Switch it up. So we're going to zero the scale. And I'm going to break these into fourths again. I'm going to break this one in half. Because it's about a slice and a half is 1 ounce. Which is pretty nice. Because then you get 3 little slices on each one. So let's make sure this slice is flat. Come on. Okay. So we're going to do 3 little slices on each one. Perfectly 1 ounce. There's just such satisfaction of getting it perfectly. I was making something and I put a banana in and it came out to like perfectly 3 ounces and I just had to sit and go, oh, so perfect. What kind of turkey you buy and where? I got this turkey at my local Walmart. It is Castlehood. It says no artificial colors or flavors, no nitrates or something else added, and it's gluten-free. If you are gluten-free, these work. Otherwise, I think I got this other brand. I have a little bit left of it. I got this one at my local Aldi's. It was hard to check the packages for like sugars and stuff because it was inside the package. You couldn't really read it. But this one was nice too. These were really, really, really thin sliced turkey, which was kind of fun. Finely sliced. So these are very fun also. Patty, read Harvetta's post about your brother. Oh, let's see. Oh, Harvetta, does your brother ever come in and just grab what you've made and eat it? He knows better than that because there's knives in the kitchen, and if he tries to touch our food, no, I'm just kidding. We wouldn't stab him, but he knows better than to try to take our food. We've threatened his life many times, and we usually make like our whole family dinner, and he's part of our family in our house, so he usually eats dinner, so I'll threaten him that nobody's making you dinner or something like that. No, he knows not to touch our food, but he's very nice. I've made some things, and if there's a little bit left over, I'm like, here, John, you want some? I had, a new favorite of mine is air-fried grapes. Line your air fryer with some parchment paper, put your grapes just right in there. Air fry them like 390 for like 20 minutes. So good. So I had just a couple left over because it was just over 6 ounces. I'm like, darn, what do I do? And I'm like, John, you want some air-fried grapes? And he did, so he does get to enjoy things. But he knows, don't touch the weighed food. Okay, let's see. Back to our mixture. So now in a separate bowl, we're going to move our plate over here. We can just use this same bowl with the ricotta. And we're going to do our cream cheese spread, which is delicious. So you can use like the brick cream cheese, but I have found that whipped cream cheese, which is exactly the same, they just whip it, which is really nice because it's nice and fluffy and it's easier to like mix and stuff. So I like to get the whipped cream cheese, but either one works. We're going to do 1 ounce of cream cheese, which is our full fat. The 1 ounce of cheese was our other half of protein. So we are going to do 1 ounce cream cheese. And when it's whipped, you seem to get a little bit more. So this is 1 ounce of whipped cream cheese. It's nice and fluffy. Harvetta. Oh, Lori. Hi, Natalie. You're so sweet. My 20-year-old Blee daughter, Annie, and I are watching. Oh, hello, Annie and Laura. So fun. Oh, Lori. Sorry. Right? Yeah, Lori. Sorry. Thank you for joining. So fun that you're watching together, mom and daughter. I love it. So fun. All right, now we're going to add our spices. Again, we're going to kind of make this like a ranch seasoning kind of thing. So we're going to do dill. Instagram reminds me of my kids. I give them leftovers or have them lick the spoons for yogurt or peanut butter. That is a great idea. Sometimes, but I say it in love and they like it too. I call them, hey, can you boys be my garbage cans? Can you eat like this little nugget of banana? I don't know what to do with it. One person said because she lived alone or she didn't have anybody to be her garbage can, she would take the little nuggets of banana and she'd put it in a baggie, put it in her freezer for later, which that was a fabulous idea because then you could have all these just frozen nuggets of banana, use them up later. But yes, definitely it's nice to have family. That's like we used to have a dog and any food that would fall on the floor, she'd clean it up. So when our dog got too old, we had to put her down. It was really sad. But when she got too old, now we're like, hey, I have to pick up my own food off the floor. Kind of a bummer, so it's nice to have those kids or family that can do that for you. Mary, would love to hear about your journey from your unhealthiest season till now. You look so healthy and happy. Well, it's definitely a journey. While I'm cooking, we're going to do that. We're going to add a pinch of dill. It's about the same seasonings as the ricotta mixture. So we started about... It was 2018, October 2018. It was right before all the holidays, which, you know, is a fabulous time to start a diet or to start a new way of eating because this is not exactly a diet. Pinch of garlic powder. because I didn't grab my garlic salt. Then we'll just add a pinch of salt. So, yes, I had been unhealthy like all my life. Okay, maybe since I was about like 10. I've always been like the chunky kid, and I've always been really tall for my age. A pinch of onion powder. So I never really knew how healthy people ate because my whole family was overweight except for my brother. He had the gift of thin, healthy weightness, which, no fair, right? Because guys usually don't care. There are some guys, not saying it that way. A pinch of parsley. So we started in 2018. My mom, one day she was reading her devotions and she found the plan of how to eat on Facebook, Susan Pierce Thompson, the Bright Line Eating. She found that, talked about the willpower, and she signed up. She called us two girls, me and my sister. We were all overweight. She called us into her room, and she's like, guys, okay, signed up for this. You want to do it with me? And I'm like, sure. I can do anything for like 2 weeks because it was 14 days, right? A pinch of pepper. So we started. It was awesome. The detox was horrible. The guys like hid in a corner while we were doing that because all three of us girls were detoxing at the same time, and it lasted like 3 weeks. And then I thought to myself, oh my goodness, I'm never going to eat like ice cream or pizza again. Those are like my two favorite things, and mac and cheese. I was a mac and cheese kid, TV dinner kind of kid. So I thought, no, we're just going to do it one day at a time. So we did that, finished the 2 weeks. We kind of like grouped back together and we're like, you know what? We like this. We like how we feel. So we kept going. And now 2018, then it was 2019, a whole year. And I think it's been almost 2 years. We're like on day 800 and something. Is it day 850? Something like that. Because I have it in my notebook and then I don't really write every day's meal in there. I'll usually write what we're having for dinner just through the week. But yeah, it's definitely been a journey, and I never noticed how like self-conscious I was until I did lose the weight. Because, growing up, just being overweight was normal. That's just how I was. But now I'm like, I can do like adult things. I can like call people on the phone and not be like so self-conscious. I had so much anxiety, so much fear of just everything. And now I'm like just free from that. I went to the dentist a while ago, and I was in the room by myself getting my teeth cleaned, and I was just like, oh, I just feel so comfortable in my own skin. I'm not thinking about, oh my goodness, I'm the fat one in the room. What are they thinking? They probably think I'm overweight. I'm probably going to get a lecture every time you go anywhere. They're probably thinking, oh, you're the fat person. But I didn't, because I'm like, this is normal. This is what like normal healthy weight kind of looks like. And it was just awesome. So it's definitely been a journey, but it has been the best. I would never go back. I never want to gain weight like that again. I always want to eat like this. We get to eat so much food. And I always think to myself, my mom gave me this perfect nugget of wisdom. She said, you are only one thought away from a good day. She's a pastor and she was preaching this to the congregation. It was just like lightning, fireworks went off. Just this, what? It's amazing. You're only one thought away from a good day. Just change your thought and you change your day. It is so true. You can wake up in a mood. You just like, no, I'm not going to be crabby today. I'm going to have a good day. You change that thought and all of a sudden, like the clouds part, the sun comes out. It's so true. So that really opened up my eyes that you just change your thoughts and it just works perfectly. Okay, so we made our cream cheese mixture. It's cream cheese with all the spices. Now we're going to smear it on our turkey. But yeah, it's definitely been a journey, but it is an amazing one. And we get to eat so much food, and it's so good food. And instead of thinking that, oh, I have to be in the kitchen cooking something 3 times a day, or if you meal prep, I have to meal prep. This is just so much work, blah, blah, blah. I don't like this, all these veggies. Change it to, I get to be in the kitchen. I get to cook a healthy meal. We get to have all this yummy food. We get to have like sometimes 2 huge plates full of food. I literally bought a tray because we get to eat so much food. So I can bring it all to where we're going to eat. It is just so fun, like breakfast, lunch, and dinner, all the variety. So you just change that one little thought, that one little attitude, and it just makes it all fun. instead of thinking what foods I don't get to eat. Oh, I don't get to eat that like everybody else. I don't get to eat that. But look at what you do get to eat. You get to eat a yummy turkey salad. You get to eat a yummy turkey sandwich. You can have a pumpkin spice latte mug cake. You can find that on my previous episodes. I make tons of things. You can have muffins. You can have all these things. You can have donuts that are healthy. You can have cookies that have no sugar, no flour, does not awake the craving monster. And it's just this, it really does, it doesn't like satisfy you, but then you get to live in between the food. It's just so fun. It is so fun. Mary, thanks for sharing. So happy for you. Oh, thank you. Patty, giving up sugar has been the best thing ever, right? It's not that constant, oh, you need to eat this. Oh, you need to eat this. Oh, you need to eat the whole container. Oh, your brain is just quiet. It's just peace. Harvetta, I do meal prep a day a week and freeze it and keep for weeks. That is fabulous. Oh, that is awesome. I know. You either prepare or repair, and you are preparing right there. You are setting yourself up for success. That is awesome. I know I don't probably meal prep as much as I should, but I do usually like plan out the week. What do I have planned this week? So then I can kind of be like, okay, this day is busy. We're going to either make a meal for 2 days, the day before, or make something super easy. So you just kind of plan ahead, and it makes it successful. Okay, so we have our turkey. I know I could talk forever with you guys. I just love chatting with you. Back to our sandwiches. The scale didn't turn off, so we weren't talking for longer than 40 minutes. So I'm going to move this back. So now we have our beautiful turkey cheese cream cheese spread. Now we're going to do our vegetables on top. And this is where you can really make it your own. Add your favorite vegetables, cucumbers, peppers. You can add celery to it. You know, whatever is your favorite. Tomatoes. You could add artichoke hearts. Those are yummy. You can add tons of things, whatever you want on top. There's so many vegetables. You could add cooked roasted vegetables on this. Roast some peppers, air fry some peppers. The possibilities are endless. But for this, you could do, I'll show you, we'll do romaine hearts, or just like romaine lettuce as our vehicle underneath it. You could do like peppers and onions on top. But if you're going to eat this just as is and have all your vegetables on the side, you could roll it up. And then you have a yummy turkey roll. You just eat that. That's your protein and fat right there. Then you get vegetables and fruit. Win-win. Look at all the food we get to eat. So fun. Or you can add your vegetables in here. Let's add some peppers. I really like peppers. And I know you guys like peppers too. They're so fun. I'm going to slice these nice and thin. Just nice little long strips. Because then when you roll it up or you close it, super easy to eat then. So I zeroed my scale, so now I'm just going to add a total of how many vegetables are here, and then either I'll add vegetables on the side, or this will be all the vegetables for like a lunch or dinner, because you could have this for dinner. Just do a total of 14 ounces then, but not like in your wrap, because that would be like a giant plate of vegetables. I mean, hey, you want to do 14 ounces in it? Go right ahead. So we have about 3 ounces peppers. Let's do some onion. You could do different colored peppers. Green peppers taste different than colored peppers. Even the colored peppers taste different from each other. So test it out. Find what your favorite flavor or color is. The red ones, those taste different than the orange and yellow ones. So it's fun to try different ones. Eat the rainbow, isn't that what they say? Just kind of chop some onion, put that in there. You could do some red onion. That flavor is good too. It tastes a little bit different. You could do green onions. You could do radish slices. Let's do a little bit of spring mix. Or you could do romaine lettuce on the bottom. So let's make this 4 ounces, because then both of our sandwiches will be the same at 4 ounces. This is a little bit over, but I'll just show you and then I'll take this off. Here is our beautiful turkey sandwiches. And I'll show you how you would eat it. Turkey works awesome. It's pretty strong to hold all your things. Get back in there, onion. So here's like, it's a turkey taco. Isn't that fun? And it's super delicious with the creamy cream cheese. Oh, so good with the turkey. And then you have your pepper jack cheese in there or whatever cheese you like. And it's just so yummy, so fun. You got your little bit of lettuce. So what you could do, now I always wash my romaine lettuce, but I don't want to have this get soggy while I'm waiting to have this. This will be like 2 days later I'll have this on. But you could take, let me show you. This is my favorite way to use a romaine lettuce. If I can get it out. Okay, here we go. So, you have your romaine lettuce. My mom likes to take all the green stuff off on top, but I like the green stuff. I don't know, I like the leafiness. It's very fun. So, of course, wash this first. I usually just take a slice of this, dip it in the vinegar a little bit, then dip it in the water. But then I take one slice, and this is like too big for one piece of turkey, so I break it in half. Then I take the leafy side, I put that underneath the most like thick, the butt side of it, is that what you call it? And then I go like this to make it a little smaller. Then you have perfect, you can put your turkey right on top of there, or you could smoosh all your stuff on here, then put your turkey. It's very easy, and there you go, you have lunch. This would last, like if you want to put it in a container and have it the next day, this would last perfectly. Romaine lettuce doesn't get like super wilty super fast. Spring mix probably would get a little wilty kind of faster than like romaine lettuce. So depending on like when you're going to eat this, that would kind of depend on how you make it. But yeah, I like to do that. So it was like this, then I put it like this. So then it's easier to hold. It holds up better. You could even put the greener or the thin greener side on top of the thick side, and then you kind of get a little more even than if you kind of do it this way. Then you got two thicker parts together. Random, that's just what I kind of like to do. Harvetta, can I trade out my lunch fruit for veggies? I have read that the fruit can keep the weight on. I'm about 7 to 8 pounds from goal. That is a good question. You can do that, so you can even do that for breakfast. Like if you want to have vegetables with eggs, you can do that. And instead of having fruit, you can swap that out for vegetables. But you can't do it the other way around. So like at lunchtime, you can't have just 12 ounces of fruit, but you can have just 12 ounces of vegetables. That is perfectly fine. And yeah, I haven't noticed anything with fruit keeping the weight on, but everybody's different. I know there was one lady, I think it was Sunny, she said that something about carbs, that fruit does have a little bit of carbs in it, but your body does need carbs for fuel. But it depends on everybody's body is so different. But yes, definitely. I've done it where I'm like, I don't want to think about fruit. I'll just do more vegetables and just have all 12 ounces. Or if you're out to eat and like you get a salad and there's no fruit on it, but you're like, this looks about 12 ounces, then you're fine. It all works out. Deb, I wrap my romaine in paper towel, then put them back in a Ziploc bag, and it lasts so much longer. That is a fabulous idea, because then you get all the extra moisture off of it, which makes everything wilty. I know I've heard that with like the spring mix, I just get mine at Walmart, that you can put like a paper towel, because see all the condensation that makes your stuff wilty. But then I have to get paper towels, and I don't have those. So another friend told me that when you like take your spring mix out, just kind of like fluff it up a little bit. Because you know how like the center will get like soggy and nasty? So if you just kind of fluff it, then it evenly, dropping lettuce on the floor, then it kind of evenly dries, and then it's nice and fluffy, and it lasts a little bit longer than two. I've noticed that also. But yeah, so here are our turkey sandwiches. One with the egg waffle, and woo, egg waffle, get back on there. My egg waffles are flying away. So we have turkey as our bread, or we have an egg waffle as our bread, or the vehicle to get it into our mouth. It's so delicious, so easy. How quick was that? You can just whip up a quick turkey sandwich, nice to have just in the fridge, put your vegetables on it. Then you get fruit on the side, and both of these are about 4 ounces vegetables. I'll probably weigh it again. I know this one was like 4.2 and this was 4. So then you get 2 ounces more vegetables and then 6 ounces fruit on the side, so you get a beautiful, huge meal. So fun. It was so fun cooking today. Things that are coming up. Grab this lettuce before I step on it. Once I finish, Deb, yep, I always shove a paper towel in the spring mix container. That is a good idea. I should probably, plan ahead and do that. That would be a good idea. But yeah, you can definitely just fluff it up, and that helps also. Usually, by the time you get like a 14-ounce salad at dinner or like a 6-ounce salad at lunch, spring mix goes pretty fast in household of 5, so usually it doesn't get rotten that fast. Deb, awesome video. Thanks, Natalie. You're welcome. Thank you for joining. Thank you all for your comments. It is so fun. So, coming up, I am getting to the tail end, kind of finishing up volume 10. I did finish volume 9. I have it right here. I use them because I cook out of them. So this is volume 9. This is the newest volume right now. You can find them all at my website, weightlossrecipescookbook.com. You can find volume 1 with this delicious cream cheesy turkey spread in my volume 1, or Cooking with Joy, which is volumes 1 through 5 in one book. And it might be in, I'm not sure if it's in Simply Delicious. I would have to look through that again. But it might be in one of those also. But I'm just kind of finishing up volume 10. And once that one is finished and published and out, then, drum roll, I'm going to start putting together a Cooking with Joy 2, which will be volume 6 through 10 in one big book. So it'll look like, get my food, so it'll look like this, but number 2. So then you will have every single recipe in these 2 books put together. You'll have all the recipes, which is so fun because this one has over 300. So then Cooking with Joy will probably have over 300 also. That's like 600 recipes. That's like 2 years worth of recipes. You could do a new one every day for 2 years. How fun is that? And I always say to everybody, I'm like, or to people, not every single person, but to people, I say to them, you know what? If we're going to eat this way forever, you can never have enough recipes, right? I mean, even people who eat sugar and flour, they're still using recipes, new recipes, all different kinds of things, because you're never going to come to the end of it. You're going to be like, oh, let's try something new, or oh, let's try this new flavor or something. So you can never have enough recipes. I know there's others on the recipe site that make cookbooks, and it's so fun because those ideas are just fabulous, and you see all these people making them. Oh, everything just looks so good. I usually am just drooling by the end. I'm scrolling through Facebook. I'm like, oh, that looks so good. That's lunch tomorrow. And it's so fun. So that'll be coming soon. Then once I finish Cooking with Joy 2, then I want to put together another whole food plant-based. And this time, I'm listening to you guys. I love your suggestions. I love your ideas. This time, I'm going to add, or make sure that it's a little bit more even with some more savory recipes. I know I have been just taking notice that some recipes that I have been making have been a little bit more whole food plant-based or vegan, or just really easy to just switch out one thing and it is. So that they'll be a little bit more savory and not so much of like the bakes and stuff, which those are really fun too. I mean, you can never have enough of those. But yeah, I want to make it a little more even in the whole food plant-based book. So there will be a whole food plant-based vegan volume 2. That'll be coming in the future. Those are just some things coming up. Beverly, my husband just ordered volumes 1 through 9 for me for Valentine's Day. Ah! Your husband is amazing. Love him. That is so nice. I'm so excited for you to get it and dig it and start cooking. So fun. What a nice man. You got a gem right there. You got a good one. Marie, thank you, Natalie. That was so fun. Thank you for joining, Marie. Oh, it is so fun cooking together. I just love cooking with you guys. So, next week is coming up to be Valentine's Day. Or will it be past it? It'll be past Valentine's Day. Let me look. Let's see. It is, yeah, it'll be past Valentine's Day, but that's okay. Because I totally didn't plan that correctly. But that is okay. Because we're going to make some pink things that are going to be super delicious. I have some delicious pink recipes to make it look very loving. Because you know what? The whole month of February is just love and Valentine's anyway. So you can have Valentine's meals any time of the day. Speaking of love, tonight, 6:30 p.m. Central Time on the Love of God Family Church Facebook page, we are starting a whole new series for the whole month of February. Every Tuesday night, every Thursday night, every Friday night, every Sunday morning at 11 a.m., we are doing everything on love. Not only just loving others, because we all know love people, love God, but it also says love your neighbor as yourself. So we also need to learn to love ourselves. So tonight I'm going to be sharing, we're going to be talking about love and like our mental part of how love really affects our brains and our emotions and our soul and all those things. So join me tonight. It'll be so fun. 6:30 p.m. right here in my kitchen. We all sit at the dining room table. It's a fun time together. We open with music. It is so fun. So 6:30 tonight p.m. Central Time at Love of God Family Church Facebook page, or if you're personally friends with me, I share a watch party also. So that'll be so fun to have you join. Next week is February 11th. Thanks, guys. I'm really good at looking at calendars. Yes, thank you. It was to be, you guys are so sweet. So it is. Before Valentine's. I knew I was thinking that correctly. And then when I looked, I'm like, no, that looks wrong. So it is before Valentine's, so that's perfect. We're going to make some Valentine's meals, which you can still have after Valentine's also, because who needs boxes of sugar-filled things that don't even taste good? I remember we would get them and I'm like, man, this one's not good. Man, this one's not good. When you can have delicious food and lose weight at the same time and it tastes good, that's a win-win. Annette, I'm reading Bob Gaff's Love Always Right Now. Ooh, you're already getting in the love mood. I like it. So fun. I love it too. You guys are so fun. Lisa, perfect timing. Thank you. I thought I was planning it correctly, and then I'm like, wait, no, that's not right. So, we were all right in the end. Thank you guys for your correcting me. Thank you. That helps a lot. Because, you're talking, trying to think, and then trying not to leave empty space where you're just thinking, oh. So, it's really nice that you guys help me. Okay, so that's what's coming up. Thank you for joining me today. I will be posting the replay, so if you did miss the beginning or the end, or you want to watch it again, or you want to just make the recipe again, or you just want to join in on the fun, I love cooking with you guys, you can find the replay on my website, weightlossrecipescookbook.com. I'll be putting that on tonight sometime, and then I will be posting the recipe for the turkey waffle sandwich, because it's an egg waffle. So, that is coming soon. I love you guys, and remember, you're only one thought away from a good day. Join me tonight. It'll be really fun. I love you guys, and I will see you next week, and we'll get to love each other even more. We're going to make some Valentine's meals. It's going to be so fun in the kitchen again with Joy. Natalie, love you.